Dan needs to make a mixture of weed killer and water to clean Mr. Patel's patio. The area of the patio to be sprayed is 63.2 meters squared. He fills the spray tank with the weed killer and water mixture. How many times does Dan need to fill the spray tank to cover the whole patio? Okay, there's 3 marks here, so I've got 6 minutes to answer this question. The key information is here we've got the size of the patio. Patio weed killer, we need to use 20 mils per meter squared, and it's in the ratio 1 to 10. So I'm pulling together lots of different strands of math. So I'm not just looking at measures here, I'm also looking at ratios, and this spray tank capacity is 5 litres. How many times? So that's the question I'm asking. How many times does Dan need to fill the spray tank? So I'm going to take this step by step because there's a lot of different math strategies that I'm needing to use here. So rather than get overwhelmed, I'm just going to do step by step. And then if there's any step that I can't do, at least if I've done one of the steps, then I can get 1 mark out of the 3. So I'm just going to have a go and look at the first step. So first of all, I'm going to look, there's 20 mils per meter squared. So I'm going to work out how many milliliters of weed killer I need to use. So in order to work that out, I'm going to do 63.2 times 20 to give me the total amount of milliliters. Now, because that's the calculation that I'm going to do, I'm going to write that calculation in my answer box. Because again, if I get anything wrong, at least I'm putting in the steps that I'm doing. So I'm going to do 63.2 times 20. And if I go to my calculator, that gives me 1,264 milliliters. Now, it also says I need to mix the weed killer to water in the ratio 1 to 10. So for every 1 milliliter, I need 10 milliliters of water. So to work out how much water I need to multiply by 10. So 1,264 times 10. I'm not going to use a calculator for this, but because I'm very good at multiplying by 10, but I could if I wanted to. And that's in milliliters. Okay, now if I add the two together, and I'll go back to my calculator for that. So 1,264, which I've already got in my calculator, plus 12,640 equals 13,904. Now my spray tank is in litres, and here I've got milliliters, so milliliters altogether. Convert that into litres. I need to divide by 1,000 because there's 1,000 milliliters in a litre. Gives me 13.904 litres. Now, the capacity is 5 litres. I think it would be more straightforward because 13.9, that's nearly 14, and 14 is pretty close to 15. So ultimately, 15 is 5 times 3, so he's going to need to refill 3 times, because I would probably round up. So my answer here is 3 times.